In the early 13th century, a man emerged from the vast, rugged lands of Mongolia. A man who would unite the scattered tribes and build the largest contiguous empire in history. His name was Genghis Khan, a name that would echo across continents and through centuries, changing the world as we know it. Genghis Khan, born as Temujin, was not destined to become an emperor. But through his extraordinary military genius, strategic brilliance, and the unification of nomadic Mongol tribes, he transformed his people into one of the most fearsome and powerful forces in history. Temujin was born around 1162 in the harsh wilderness of Mongolia, into a world of constant tribal conflict. His early life was marked by hardship. His father, a respected leader, was poisoned by a rival tribe, leaving his family abandoned and struggling to survive. At a young age, Temujin learned the realities of power and survival in a fractured Mongol society. The Mongol tribes were divided, and life for the young boy was harsh. Yet, despite the hardships, Temujin grew in resilience, and his ambitions began to take shape. He was not alone in his struggle. As he grew, he forged powerful alliances with other tribes, notably with his childhood friend, Genghis. Together, they hoped to unite the Mongol tribes and bring order to the land. In his early adulthood, Temujin began to realize his vision of a united Mongolia. He fought alongside his allies, defeating rival tribes through a combination of military brilliance and political cunning. But his rise was not without setbacks. At one point, his former friend, Genghis, turned against him, leading to a fierce battle. Temujin was captured and humiliated, but his spirit remained unbroken. After escaping, he regrouped and continued to build his power, eventually gaining the loyalty of the Mongol tribes. In 1206, after years of struggle, Temujin was recognized as Genghis Khan, which means universal ruler. This title symbolized the unification of the Mongol tribes under his leadership, and from this point, the Mongol Empire was born. Genghis Khan was not only a powerful warlord but a visionary leader, destined to conquer vast territories. Genghis Khan's rise to power was fueled by his military genius. The Mongol army was unlike any other in the world at the time. It was highly mobile, using cavalry and archers to strike quickly and effectively, often overwhelming their enemies before they had a chance to respond. One of their most innovative tactics was the use of mounted archers, skilled at shooting arrows while riding at high speeds. The Mongol army could move rapidly across vast distances, using coordinated attacks and feigned retreats to lure their enemies into traps. The Mongols were also masters of siege warfare, utilizing advanced techniques and technologies borrowed from the many cultures they encountered. Genghis Khan's forces were able to breach city walls and take fortified cities with ease, using everything from catapults to innovative siege engines. Under Genghis Khan's leadership, the Mongols launched a series of brutal and efficient campaigns, conquering vast stretches of land. The Mongol Empire grew at an unprecedented rate, stretching from China in the east to the heart of Europe in the west. In 1219, Genghis Khan turned his attention to the Khwarezm Empire. After a trade dispute turned into a devastating betrayal, Genghis Khan unleashed a full-scale invasion. His forces swept through the region, destroying cities and devastating entire populations. He extended his empire into the heart of Europe, devastating cities such as Kiev and even threatening Hungary and Poland. Genghis Khan's military campaigns were often swift, decisive, and deadly, and his reputation for ruthlessness grew. But Genghis Khan was not just a conqueror, he was a visionary leader. His empire was not built on destruction alone. He implemented an innovative system of governance, promoting meritocracy over aristocracy. He promoted individuals based on their abilities, regardless of their background. He established a code of laws known as the Yasa, which provided order and structure within his empire. Genghis Khan also embraced religious tolerance, allowing the various faiths of his empire to coexist peacefully. The Pax Mongolica, or Mongol peace, enabled trade to flourish across Eurasia. Under Genghis Khan's rule, the Silk Road became safer for merchants, and cultural exchanges between the East and West blossomed. Ideas, technology, and goods traveled freely, connecting distant civilizations. In 1227, Genghis Khan passed away under mysterious circumstances, marking the end of an era. But his empire did not crumble with his death. Instead, it expanded under the leadership of his sons and grandsons, continuing to grow for decades. His descendants, including his grandsons Kublai Khan and Hulagu Khan, continued his legacy by conquering even more lands, from China to the Middle East. Genghis Khan's empire, at its height, was the largest contiguous empire in history. Today, Genghis Khan's legacy lives on in the regions he once ruled. His impact on history can still be felt in the cultures, trade routes, and global exchanges that followed in the wake of the Mongol Empire. Genghis Khan's reign changed the course of history, reshaping the map of Eurasia and leaving behind a legacy of military brilliance, innovation, and the power of unity. Though his methods were ruthless, his empire became a bridge between East and West, forever altering the flow of history. Like, subscribe and share for more epic historical journeys.